some coins over here, and I hope there's someone that will be watching, as I show these coins. A lot of details. So I'm going to start with modern coins, and then I'm going to make my way back to older coins, right? So this one over here, I probably should zoom out as much as possible here in the beginning, and then we're going to look at more details up close. So here it is. Let me move this. Okay, over here. And we're going to look at some details. This is a 2022 coin, so it's not an old coin. This is a brand new penny. So the color is pretty good. This is the normal In God We Trust, right? But there are a few things I want to show you guys that will be super interesting. The first of all is, if you scroll down the coin, I want you to notice is it zoom? Is it clear enough? I don't know if it's that clear, but I hope it's clear enough. Let me try to change things, okay? So here it is, right? We have the hair, and look at the amount of details in the hair, but I'm gonna move it down because there are a couple of things I really wanna show you. First of all is the year. This is a 2022 coin. Now, if you're watching this, you might be, am I even recording? Yeah. You might notice that right under the date, there is a letter. Okay, and if you're curious to know what the letter means, I'm going to explain to you that letter, but there's so many details on these coins that are super impressive. The first thing is, in this penny from 2022, the letter D, it means the coin was manufactured in Philadelphia. So there are only a few locations that they can make these coins. So Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, West Point, Carson City, and New Orleans. So each of them has a different letter. So Denver is D, San Francisco is S, and then West Point is W, and Carson City is CC. The only one with two letters is Carson City, and that one has two letters. Now, I want you to see another thing that's super impressive. It's over here on the other side, which we see these initials. These are the initials of the coin designer. The 2022 coin is not that cool on the back, okay? There are a few things I want to show you, but when I go my way back to older coins that are much, much older than this one, there will be some interesting things. And I don't know how they put so many details into these coins back then, right? A long time ago. But this one over here, we have the regular, you have the regular United States of America, right? And then right in the center of the coin, I had this here in the shield. It says pluribus unum. Does anyone know what this means? If you know what it means, put in the comment. I'll give you the answer in just a second over here. Okay, but this is not, I assume it's Latin. I Googled it earlier, right, to know what this meant. But I'm assuming it's Latin. I know the meaning of this, and I'll share with you in just a second. But if anyone knows and want to put in the comments, that would be great. But that's nothing special about the modern coins, right? It's a 2022 coin, and has the shield over here, and it says 1 cent. And I want you to see a couple of things, a couple of details on these coins. The first one that we see here is this LB, and then we have here JFM. Do you know what that means? Let me see in the comments. Okay, so let's go back to, I'll share this with you in a second. But under this coin, you see these initials, right? They usually mean something. So for this one specifically, I think, let me see. So LB means Lyndall Bass. So that's a name, and it's a designer, right? They help design the shield in the coin. And when you see JFM on the other side, right over here, let me move. And I think I can zoom in a little more for you guys. Just gonna take a second. Whoa. Okay, just stay with me because I still have one thing to share about this specific coin. Right here, JFM. This means, I'm trying to remember the name, Joseph F. Mena, or Mena, which is also a sculptor engraver. So this, the Lyndall Bass, this one designed the coin, and then JFM is the guy who sculpted into the coin. So again, this coin is not that special. It's a modern coin. It's very common. So if you go to your piggy bank right now and break it, you see a lot of these coins. Now, the meaning of, hello everyone, there's 8 people. It's my record, guys. I'm getting famous. Give me a like for that. Pluribus e pluribus unum. It's this been in the coins forever, and it means one out of many from Latin. Now, this is a 2000 and, oh, thank you very much, Greg. So this coin is from 2022. I'm going to change it now to a coin that's a little older than that. Let me see which one we want. Let's go with this one over here. This penny, okay, it's gonna be a cool one. I'm always impressed by the amount of details, even in older coins. This one is a 2009 coin, as you see here. If you guys don't know, notice 2009 does not have the letters P, D, and so on in the bottom over here. So I don't know exactly where this one was manufactured. But there's a few details that I want to show with you. One thing is common in all the coins is the word liberty, right? So it's spelled this way, or better, the font is this font in the pennies, but it's different for different coins, right? Notice over here as well, these are initials, okay? And I don't know what they stand for exactly. But what I love is on the back of this coin. Okay, I was hoping to have one that's a little cleaner. For this one, I'm gonna zoom in because there's a lot of interesting things going on with this penny. So let me move this. Okay, so we see the regular United States of America, right? Some of these pennies will have "In God We Trust," but this one is not "In God We Trust." It's United States of America. Now, this is the top of the Capitol building, and there is a platform over here. I don't know what that platform is, right? There's one thing that's interesting, and I've Googled this everywhere, and maybe one of you guys here might know. I'm not a coin collector, by the way. My kids and I love looking at things in the microscope, so I was super curious about the coins because all of them were super different from each other. So I started actually just doing some research on these coins to find out what everything meant. But one interesting thing is we can't really find out what everything means because a lot of information is not out there. This is a very cool penny because of the details of this building. If I zoom out and you guys see this building a little better, right over here, and if you look at this, it's all in the back of a penny, guys. I don't know how, we print this with so much precision, but that's on the back of the penny. Now, for the conspiracy theorists out there, what I don't know, again here, JFM is the sculptor you see over here, right? Which is a common thing in these pennies. On the other side, we have the designer, so SG. I don't know the name of that designer. But what I find fascinating about this 2009 penny, it's these weird lines in the pillars, right? As I said, if I were 10 years younger, that I was a little believed everything, I'd say it's a conspiracy theory and these are aliens. This is something I could not find anywhere. I Googled everywhere I could, the Capitol building. I Googled everywhere to see. Yeah, they look like stick mans. You're right about that. But I don't know what they are. Look, it's just like almost like a weird robot. My son said they are robots from space. I'm going to zoom in because there's one detail here that I really am curious about to see what you think. Right over here, in between these, I'll call them alien creatures, there is this, right? It looks like a man sitting down to me. I don't know what you guys think this looks like. To me, it looks like a man sitting down, right? So if you know what that is, let me know. I'll go through a couple more coins really quickly here with you guys. Now we're gonna go even back further. This one is a 2009. We're gonna go all the way down to 1978, which is something super special in the coin. The other thing about this one here is it's a broken wall. I don't know what that is. Okay, so let me show you now one of the older coins because this one, and I have a few of these, and I want to show you guys because they're really different. Oh, it looks like a heart. Honestly, if we get coins that are a little more better preserved, we might actually, have a better idea of what each of those things are. Again, in God we trust, which is typical. Notice liberty on the left side. Now here, look at the date, 1978. And this one has the letter D. I have a different coin from the same time, and I'm going to show it to you in just a second over here. Look at this, 1977. And this one does not have a letter under it. So I don't know where it was. I have to Google to see which ones. These for Denver, right? Yeah, that's what it is, Greg. The letter under the date, there's like 6 different locations, where they are possibly manufactured, right? And the letter is exactly what you said. It's the location. D is for Denver, P is for Philadelphia, and so on. Now, this one doesn't have one, which is the 77. But these two coins have something in common. And for those that are online, if you can guess what it means on the back, it'll be really cool. So let me flip the coin now. Here again, United States of America. Um, and here we have E pluribus unum again, right? You guys, if you're here from the beginning, you know what it means. If you're curious, let me know. But E pluribus unum. Now, if I move this, okay, I want to point out that one detail that might be sticking out to you as well. This is in the middle of the Capitol building. This is, I think, the Illinois building. Let me actually confirm my facts over here. So this is the well, I guess I don't. Oh yeah, it's the a building, right? This is the Illinois State Capitol building. Okay, that's what it is. But notice in the middle there is a guy right here. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a little more, and then I'll grab a different coin because some might say, well, the coin is damaged, right? It's not a person. It's just a damage from from usage or from people messing around because it is an old coin. Even though it's old, I want to point out a few details here. It's a good material. I know it's a alloy. It's a copper alloy, right? There's nickel, copper, and some other metals that compose or constitute the coins, especially the pennies. And they're very hard and sturdy because even after 40 plus years, you see that they are still in good shape, still visible. I'm going to change to the same coin, but from a year before. This one here, right, from 1977. And look at this. Let me do this really quick. This one, the man, if I can focus right, let me see if the phone will focus. It's even more clear that it is a man in the middle. But I did my research and I happen to know who that is. Okay, look at that in the middle. There's a man right there. And that man is Lincoln in the center of the Illinois State Capitol. If I zoom out, hello, Fireboy. If you want to give us a like and subscribe to the channel, I don't always talk about coins. My channel is about archaeology and history in general. These are topics that interest me. Okay, here again, right? Look at the Capitol building. This is the Illinois State Capitol, and that's young Abraham. It's the representation of young Abraham Lincoln in that building. As you guys probably noticed by my accent, I'm not a native, from United States. I'm a citizen of the country, but I've been here for 10 years and I have my accent still. But one thing that I love about your country, about United States, is how he looks taller when it's more focused. Yeah, I have to figure out a way to focus better on the phone. But as I was saying, what I love about your country, about United States, is the amount of patriotism. You guys are very patriotic. And my kids were born here. They're all U.S. citizens as well. But I'm really impressed by the minute details. As you see here, each coin, depending on the year, they are different from each other. They have all these special things. And I really, really appreciate that here in this country. It's something that in my native country, we don't have much of that. And that's probably why there's so much corruption there. And you're going to say, well, there's corruption here too. Might be, but you guys are just fantastic. Again, that Latin sentence, a pluribus unum, means one out of many. Now, let me just bring back one coin here before I actually stop. Oh, not this one. Oh, I guess it is this one. This one, right, with the weird figures in the pillars, those squiggly things, whatever they are. Oh, that's awesome, Greg. Yeah, I love history. I'm an engineer. I do cybersecurity. Nothing to do with history, but that's my hobby. I love archaeology and history. So here it is, right? The 2009 coin. If you guys don't know, this is the bicentennial cent. So 200 years of pennies. And they made 4 different pennies in 2009. as a celebration of the bicentennial, right, of 200 years of history. Notice that there are four different backs, and I only have one of them with me. And the one I have is the Capitol, state Capitol building, and the other ones are all related to Abraham Lincoln. So the other one has Lincoln over here, and then the third one has him chopping logs, and the very first one of the rare ones is Lincoln actually the house he was born in. That's all it shows in the picture or in the back of that coin. But that's all the coins I had to share with you guys today. I do have a nickel here, and maybe I'll do a live on some other coins when I find more about their history. But the nickels has a lot of detail on the back, and it says here Monticello, right? Which is to me an Italian word. I don't know exactly who Monticello is or what that means, but here is the 5 cent. But guys, I appreciate all the comments, Greg and Fireboy and everyone who joined this live. It's only a 15-minute live. It's almost dinner time here, and I do have kids and a family. But I wanted to show these cool things that I found the microscope, about these pennies and coins in general. If you guys can give me a like and subscribe to the channel, there's a lot of history stuff here and a lot of weird stuff too. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Greg. Greg, the gamer, do you have a gaming channel? I do a lot of gaming, by the way, as well. Not as much as before, but I do love the regular RPG games. I've played Call of Duty too, some first-person shooter games and so on. Thank you, guys. You all have a good one, and I'll see you next time.